In this video here, we're going to talk about these sort of wheel packs and things we have to watch out for. I got this wheel pack from a customer who said sometimes when he dials his combination it doesn't always work and sometimes it does. So right away I was curious to figure out what was going on. So took the wheel pack out and here's what we discovered. First thing we discovered is that this is all too loose. This should be a little bit tighter than it is. And we can see that here when we turn here, there's just zero friction at all. You see how that third wheel bounced around? It's able to keep turning even after we stop dialing. So that's not good. That's the first thing we noticed. So when we went to dial the combination by hand here, we turn to the left, collect all the wheels. We stop at our first number, which is right there. Then we'll go dial our second number, and I want you to keep an eye on that second wheel, the one in the middle, and watch what it does. You see how it started turning there? It's turning much too early. So there's no reason why we should be dragging that wheel around this early. And you see now we've stopped dragging it and then we picked it up again. So it's a totally random area when it picks up. Now if I come away a little bit from that wheel, pull the third wheel away from the second wheel, we don't do that anymore. So that tells us that we are missing a keyed spacer, because here they're stuck together a little bit too early. And now you see here I can turn it separately, and now we finally picked up that second wheel at the right time. So if we park our second wheel, and now we're going to turn left to park that third wheel in position, and watch what happens to that second wheel again. See how that second wheel moved? This is why we need the proper keyed spacer. You can't just use a washer in there, because you will never be able to park these wheels independently. So now you see, according to the dial on the outside of the safe, we had dialed our combination properly, but on the inside things moved the way we weren't expecting. So if we take this lock apart, we are going to see a missing keyed spacer, and this is why you have to be careful, and this is why you have to test the combination 5, 10, 15 times before you close the door. So we got that off there. We'll take this off here. We're expecting to see, sometimes they stick to the bottom here, nothing there. And if we see here, there's no keyed spacer between wheel 2 and 3. We take this one off here, we see we have our keyed spacer. This is what keeps the wheels from touching each other and turning them together. So that'll go here and that'll go here. So you see what we're missing. So I had to go ahead and make one for this safe so that it can operate properly. So we're going to put that guy right in the middle here. And so now you can see when we go to assemble it, we have a wheel, a spacer, a wheel, a spacer, a wheel, and then the retaining ring. You can even put a washer down here if you want to stiffen up the dial a little bit, but usually you don't have to do that. So we'll put this back together and we'll show you guys how much differently it operates with that keyed spacer that I made. See how it's got 2 nipples and it goes in there, and the nipples grab on so that the washer can't turn. That keeps these 2 wheels separated, because this washer can't turn. No matter how much this wheel turns, that washer won't turn. So we'll put this back together, and now let's have a look. See how much stiffer that is? That's a lot less play in there. And you see when we turn our wheels, it's a lot nicer. So we'll park wheel 1. We'll go there. We'll come around to wheel 2, and you see I'm going to press in hard, and you'll see how that second wheel is holding steady. That second wheel is not changing no matter how hard I press this. So that lets us turn this and park it properly. And then when we come back to our third number, you'll notice that that second wheel stays in position. and now we can open our safe. So we'll do it again. We'll go super fast just to show you guys. So we'll park wheel 1, come around, park wheel 2, right there. We'll come back around, park wheel 3. So you see how everything lined up properly. So that's why you cannot forget those keyed spacers, and you cannot use a regular washer. You will get locked out, and in those cases I can't even save you. The safe will have to be drilled because we can never get those wheels lined up where we want them lined up. Okay, so my next video is going to be how to recover the combination on these, so go watch that video too.